Hey there, Cancer. How are we today? I'm just doing our weekly readings today. We are sort of trying to focus on whatever new energy is coming in for you this week, but then I will be doing a career and finances portion as well. Okay, so make sure you guys all leave a comment on one of my videos and you'll go in the draw for a free personal reading. Obviously, subscribe so you can keep updated for when that comes around as well. I'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers, and we're nearly halfway, guys. So, if you do have any friends who may be interested in the channel, make sure you, share it over to them and get them to subscribe as well, so we can all get that draw happening for you guys. But today I am using the Slavic folklore lenormand for our general new portion there. And when we move over into career and finances, I do have the Reflect de Lune lenormand deck as well as the Moon Magic Oracle deck as well. Okay, so we'll be drawing from both of those for the career and finances. But getting into your general portion, focusing on the new energy coming in for you this week. Cancer, what's new and upcoming for Cancer this week, please? New energy for Cancer. Okay, and just one more to clarify that last one, please. Just one more to clarify. Okay, interesting energy for you, Cancer. We do immediately have, it's kind of looking pretty straightforward here, but we do have the bird, which is followed by the wolf card, which that's the dog card in the traditional decks there. I do also have the bear following that energy up as well. I just thought I'd show you that one as well because I do feel as though this is talking about another person headed your way, having some sort of exciting news to share with you, wanting to talk to you. It may be a phone call with that bird energy. It can sometimes talk about a phone call, but I really just am feeling that sort of excitement and wanting to chat with you energy coming through from that at the moment. It can sometimes be in the form of like gossip, so sometimes it's like, one of those sorts of chats. We all do tend to gossip a little bit here and there. It's not necessarily a bad gossip. Sometimes when we do catch up with friends, we do just sort of like to, update them on everything that's been happening around us as well, which, sometimes is a little bit of that gossipy type energy, but it's kind of coming through. I'm really feeling the excitement coming through. So I do feel as though this wolf card is sort of talking about a friend of yours. It can talk about friendship and someone that you're loyal with. I do feel as though this is talking about a specific person. And the way you're going to know this person is their bear energy. They are in a very big bear energy. I feel like that's directly talking about them. Okay, so the thing that the wolf and the bear both have in common is that they are both sort of solitary, independent type creatures. Okay, so but they're also very powerful people as well. They do have that strong sense of power, strength to them, leadership qualities, those sorts of things. Okay. Now the bear card, I'll double check here, but I don't think it is actually associated with any specific signs. No, it's not. But me personally, I do always associate that with Leo and Capricorn. They both do possess quite a lot of that strong bear energy, just in their natural sort of state, Capricorns and Leos. So it could be a Capricorn or Leo or someone with heavy Capricorn or Leo placements. But that bear energy really, really is somebody who is, they stand in their own power. They are more, a leadership type person. So it may even be somebody who is in some sort of leadership role within your life. Okay, like a boss or a co-worker who's sort of in a leadership position. But they really have this inner strength and they protect the ones that they love. Okay, so that's how you're going to know who that person is. It's somebody that you do have quite a good sense of loyalty and within this connection, I feel as well. That wolf card does have, part of the pack and whatnot, that loyalty with it as well. But they're coming to you with good news. Okay, this is the Herald card, and I do have that confirmed by the like clarified by the stars card there. Okay, so the Herald card really does talk about change and transition and good news on the way. It's a very movement type card. Traditionally, that is the Stork card in the traditional Lenormand decks. So it really does stir up some new energy coming in for you. I do feel as though this is actually some sort of news that they want to share with you. Okay, it may be something to do with a big change in their life or something that's, moving quickly for them or something like that. Some brand new, exciting sort of thing happening. Um, and I feel as though this is going to affect you somewhat more directly than just it's happening to your friend. I think it's going to actually have an impact on you as well, and it kind of will give you this huge sense of hope and optimism for yourself and for your own dreams and wishes being fulfilled as well. Because the stars there that has clarified that stork energy, it really does bring, it's stirring up that new energy with the stork there, and that's bringing in wish fulfillment. Okay, and so this is somehow directly related to you, Cancer. So even if it's just in a point of fact that you're super loyal to this particular person, and having them have their wishes come true is a wish of yours. It could be something like that, but I do feel as though it's just going to provide you with so much like inspiration for your own life as well, and for your own wishes being able to be fulfilled in the future as well. It's such a a light in the darkness kind of a vibe coming through, that it's going to really sort of shine the way for you in the future as well. It's something super positive, exciting. I'm even getting a little bit of nervousness coming through with that excitement as well. But it's such a positive vibe coming through from that that there. Like I said, I do just feel like that's just some sort of good news headed your way from, through a friend. So like I said, it may very directly, it may be just, good news about something happening for you coming from a friend, okay? But I do feel as though it is going to be impacting you in some way, shape, or form. So it's really good to hear, Cancer. So let me know in the comments what happens there. I'd love to know. Like I said, good gossip is good gossip. Okay, so share it, guys. But we'll move over into your career and finances. I'll just make sure I'm taking timestamps for us. Okay, so Cancer and career and finances. Career and finances for Cancer, please. Oh, lovely. We've got the Moon in Cancer card coming through for you. So it does say spending time with family or helping others. Avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. Okay, so I do feel as though that kind of links up with what we just saw in your general portion, spending time with family. That wolf card, it's someone that you're quite loyal to. So they may be that person that, even though they're not actual family, they feel like family, all right? And helping others. So they may need your help to have that wish fulfilled as well. So something to keep in mind. They may need your help to sort of stir up that new energy. But yeah, avoiding situations that can be a drain on your emotions. So just watching out for your emotions when it comes to career and finances this week as well. So I do kind of want to say avoid impulsive emotional spending this week, Cancer. When I see that there, it does sort of bring to mind, that emotional spending kind of a thing. So really avoiding that this week, okay? Cancer and their career and finances, please. Okay, I think that was actually related to what I was just saying. The moon card there, that does talk about emotions. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in the deck. I feel as though that was sort of just, you know, confirming what I had just said about the emotional spending. So super aware of that this week. Okay, don't be getting emotional and spending money on anything this week. You know use your emotions in other ways this week, okay? Cancer and career and finances, please. Career and finances for Cancer. One more. Career and finances for Cancer. Just just one more to clarify that second card, please. There we go. It definitely wanted to pop out. Now I just need to find it. Okay, so quite interesting. Um, it's looking quite positive. I will say that straight away, Cancer. First and foremost, we do have the fish card. Okay, so that does talk about abundance. I do associate this card also with Cancer, Pisces. It is a Gemini card, but I do associate it with Pisces and Cancer as well. So in your own sort of element there, I do feel as though that is referring to that second card that popped out, which lo and behold, that moon card wanted to pop on out. It did. We did see it sort of jump from the deck before it sort of started actually, asking the cards for things, and we were talking about that emotional spending, and that has popped on out again. So obviously, that message is super strong this week. Do not spend money because we're in an emotional state. Okay, so before you go and make any purchases this week, really stop and think about, is this going to create abundance in my life, or am I sitting in a certain emotion and I just want that thing? Okay, so really focusing on that this week. Okay, but I feel as though, there may be an abundance of times when we're going to be facing this week, where we're wanting to spend money because we're happy, or spend money because, we may be feeling a bit depressed, or whatever the emotion behind it is. But it's kind of really letting us know as well. I do feel a secondary vibe coming through at the moment with that abundance card, that it's, if you want abundance in your life, follow your intuition, not your emotions. Okay, so there's a clear difference between your emotions and your intuition. Okay, so make sure we're just stopping and just clarifying. Are we sort of being directed to buy this thing, purchase this thing, spend this money, or are we doing it from the wrong emotion? Okay, so really clarifying your emotions to yourself this week when it comes to spending. Okay, but we are seeing that was clarified by the Tower as well. Okay, so we may be finding that. I do feel that that tower, it can mean so many different things, but I'm feeling that it's like the foundation of your emotions. Okay, that um, it's hard to express exactly what I'm kind of talking about here, but it's like that's why I'm sort of saying really assessing how you actually are feeling when you're wanting to spend money impulsively, because we're really sort of um, making sure we're wanting to create the right foundations when we are spending, spending money on the right bricks, so that we're not building a tower that's going to crumble into dust. Wanting to um, really really look at the foundation of our emotions as well. Okay, so not just your surface emotions, but deep down emotions. Like, are you wanting to buy that thing because it's bringing up childhood memories, or those sorts of things? Like, um, why do you feel that way about purchasing that item? Like, looking at the underlying, the real foundation of where those emotions are coming from. Um, you know, yeah. So once again, the main message coming through is to just really, really stop and look at it. Spend some time with yourself and assess your emotions. When you are wanting to spend money this week, Cancer. But other than that, we are seeing the letter, which was followed by the flowers card as well. Okay, so the letter does talk about, news on the way, some sort of communication. So once again, communicating with your emotional side. Don't mind the background noise. There is just a fighter jet going over at the moment. But texts, phone calls, emails. We may be finding, communication being quite important this week when it comes to work. I do feel as though this is actually a little bit separate to that initial message that we're seeing there. But it also, that fish once again did feel quite separate as well. It felt more like a bit of a overview of how we're going to get the most abundance for you this week. And the first thing being to assess our emotions. The second thing being to communicate as well, really give to communications this week. So, in your workplace, if, there's some sort of I'm just feeling there's some communication needed. So you may be needing to communicate, email workmates or the boss or something like that to really communicate. Look, this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what I need from you. Blah blah. That kind of energy. Okay. And because the flowers is a very sort of giving energy, so I really feel as though it's telling us that we need to give more communication, stop and really look at what we need to communicate and try to communicate that as clearly as possible. So it also is a receiving energy as well. So we may be receiving some sort of communications that we are going to really have to stop and think about how we want to reply to that communication and whatnot as well. But overall, the flowers is a super positive energy. It does talk also about, rewards and pleasures. So for some of you, this is actually going to be communicating with like your boss about, look, I think I deserve this pay rise, and you will get it because that's the reward, you know what I mean, for that good communication. So any communication you have this week within your sort of work career space, it is going to be well received and well rewarded as well. Okay, so make sure you are communicating. If you've done extra work, anything like that, make sure you are communicating clearly. Look, I've done this, and you will actually be rewarded for those efforts as well. Okay, so that's super positive. Like, that feels like a totally positive message for you there, Cancer. Like I said, the only thing is that emotional side of things, and not allowing any situations to sort of drain your emotions and result in this emotional spending as well. All right. But thank you so much for your time today, Cancer. Please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out for all my other videos. I will be doing Mondays, well, Australian time, okay? Mondays is the air signs, Tuesdays is the water signs, Wednesdays is the fire signs, and then Thursdays will be the earth signs. And then over the weekends, on the Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I will be doing all signs readings. Occasionally I will need to be taking one of those days away from doing a video. So you may not always see a video uploaded each of those days, just because, we all have our personal lives that do need attending to as well. But I will sort of do my best to upload as much as I can for you guys, keep that content coming for everybody. So that's the sort of rough schedule. If you do have any ideas for any particular things you would like to see me reading for in future readings, I do really appreciate any suggestions you guys might have. We are like just such a small community at the moment that I'm really able to take on any suggestions and incorporate those into, the All Signs readings or whatnot. So I would really appreciate it if you'd leave me a comment, guys. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time.